So now on TRX, always following the Ichimoku cloud strategy, this time on 4 hours, just to include in our trading sets a longer trade to see the results using the Ichimoku cloud indicator. All 4 requirements are met because I have the red cloud here, the baseline under the crossover, the price which is over the cloud, the lagging span over the price and over the cloud, everything is compliant. So at this point, I will focus on a 4-hour better entry. And in this case, we can also use the Fibonacci retracement to spot the best entry order, just doing the very easy to achieve thing that we will show you in detail now. I will take the Fibonacci retracement tool and I will size the candle from week to week just on the one indicator. If you have more, you can get rid of the 1.6, 2.6, and also the 0.5 because I don't want the dead zone to be present here. Anyway, this is my current candle. So I want to spot an entry in the best situation for my trade, which is always the best one, and is this space. As I already underlined in our first video of today, these are the golden ratio area and the institutional area. So at reverse, I think I'm not spotting the correct one, but no, it's, yes, reverse. So I was doing that from, since it's a candle that is going down, this is my real spots area from 0 down to 1, and I will search for this zone that is here, which is quite the same. Also, another point is that I will reduce a little this golden ratio because I don't want to trade this is the liquidity zone. It's called this way because who is doing the market, or institutions, market makers, bots, are selling cheaper here for them, for you to buy, but let's say not cheaper, expensive, but is where they steal money from you. So never trade on this part of a candle price, but try to search always for these entry points. And we are effectively on this. Since we are going long, we are trading a red candle, which is a good option. We could add RSI and many other momentum indicator or Bollinger Bands, but I don't want to do that. I just want to do Ichimoku strategy today. So I will set the long position at this zone. So I will first draw the marker here, considering the, now we go for auto and we go for a way long. Let's move. Remember that this is daily trading, so we are very wide in terms of stop loss and revenue, take profit. Go for 1.5 or 2. In this case, I go for 1.5. And now also again to have a correct ratio and proportions. So here we will see I. What means that the price is going lower, the Fibonacci retracement that we did? It means that we shouldn't trade this candle because maybe it will go down. But since we are not pragmatically studying everything about our trading system, but just wanting to enter the trade, I show you how to spot a good entry, but we will do maybe something bad, which is entering on the bad zone, or the, why not, market makers zone, which is this area. Generally, it is good to enter this zone if the next candle is green, but if we keep going on red, this zone will stand just some time. So let's enter. Let's enter. I would like to enter, but paper trading. Maybe this strong USDT. Ah, sad. When you trade on paper trading, this is another thing to learn about. You can do all the investigation like us now, but you have a problem because USD is not tradable on paper trading, so you have to search for USDT. I think that some positions that we had died. Let's go. So you cannot trade USD. You just can trade USDT. So we have to change the symbol. And this will imply that our current marker, I will just write down the price, 83092. It will imply that changing the symbol, I'm not aware now of a technique to replicate what we had there. Okay, as the Ichimoku is there, but the other short and long indicators are not. So I will just add one. And now you will see that I can create a limit order because the USDT is tradable on paper trading, while it's not tradable on if it's USD. It's a limit of the simulator. Take in mind to always trade the USDT and not USD. Not a big deal because we just have to set the trade again, but if you are in a hurry and you want to trade fast, it could be something that can be bad. 1.5. Okay, 151. And now the order. This is a coin that is 0.08, so we will risk $200 and buy. Field, working, and so on. So we have our trade based just on Ichimoku. No ATR, average range. We will leave this here, complying. And I would like to go to examine what happened to the other trades. I had a trade on Litecoin, maybe died. Yes, could be. This trade that we were having here, I think that entering here, we had a stop loss around here and we got kicked out. So we already had a loss. When you have a loss here, you can go for, I think that's, don't remember where, but history or account history. Yes. Here we have the history of our activities. As you can see, we lost $2. Not a big deal. This was because I just bought 163 position. So on 163, we lost $2. Risk management is very important because we lost a trade, but we are still $997 in our account of balance. Losing, but not so much, just $2. So account history, we have the commissions fees that we paid for our activity, the $2 loss, and the other trades that are still working. So our TRX, which is here, losing $1, not here, but we can close the LTC one. Let's save it for future usages and close it. Now the TRX, which is the new one. Let's go for auto here. And let's see. Here we have to get rid of that arrow. Or not here, but in the trading settings, which are in paper trading, trading settings, show executions. And here we have a 4-hour trade. So it's very long. Possibly we will have a trade that will persist for time. I think that we have another trade resolving on anchor. And this was stopped too. Maybe Bitcoin is going down. But we saw that the average true range was better. So in this case, we would have been losing less money if using the average true range. With a ratio of 2, we would have been earning quite the same, 3%, but this is something to write down. I think there are notes here. I don't remember because I generally never use the notes here, but I use the notepad for that. But if you know how to add notes on an asset, I don't remember that, but I know that it can be done. I have to review the documentation of TradingView. Generally, I do on my notepad, so quite the same. Not putty. Okay, so I will start adding some notes. On Anchor, we experienced that the average true range per 3 stop loss on long. This means that I will just save this and write down every case for the future. You can see that it's going down. So probably Bitcoin is falling. I don't know. But if Anchor is linked, as I think, to the Bitcoins, we have a spike down, which is something that was not prevented on the trade when we entered. Maybe it was something that we could have been spotting with other indicators. So I write down these kind of things. Also on Litecoin, on LTC, we had the ATR per 3 that was a good stop loss on long. And each time that I will add the count here, I could do an Excel spreadsheet. I think I will, with many sheets, with the ATR indicator, the Ichimoku one. In this case, the Ichimoku was a standard one, so we don't have particular notes for these kinds of data. We don't have data on the take profit still, so we just have to focus on the stop loss. And we can get rid of this asset because it's already a loss. Going to paper trading on account history, we will see that we lost $194. It's a big amount, but we will recover. So we will close this trade now. We have still the trade on Acro, which was suggested by Starlight, is completely out of control for the long, but it's entering the short position. So why not going for something that we know it could be too much? But we play on Ichimoku shorts now, just on conditions that are not completely met. This is the 5 minutes time frame. I will explain now because they are not met, but they are quite ready to be traded. So also again $250. Why not? I'm just trading as a crazy trader, but I have my idea of why I'm doing this. At the moment is not filled. Let's see, it's filled now. I think. Yes, it filled on a green candle. So I have a red cloud. The baseline and the conversion line are effectively in the position of a short. The price is under the cloud. The lagging span is under the cloud and under the price. This is effectively a short. It is. I just need to set the correct 1.5 amount. Now it's drawing. So 1.5, I will go for the take profit down, modifying it, and the stop loss is correct. I will do the same thing that we did for Acro. Uh, since we are trading it and we have a trade on TRX and one open on ADA. So we have to collect data for this. Then I will redact everything on an Excel spreadsheet. So at this point, the trade is started, the order is filled, we are here. We will also add the ATR because we have to investigate for this kind of asset if it's valuable to use the ATR, in this case for a short. So it's a little bit different from the previous points, but very similar. We just have to move this to the entry candle and consider that we are going to work on 3 decimals, 132. So per 3. This will be my difference from the price. In this case, I will add it to the price because we are shorting, so we need a stop loss higher than the price. And I will add to the entry, which is around 0. You don't see it here. Let's see this way. This price. Then calculator. Shiba Ichi alarm. We have a Shiba alarm. So this will be added to my entry level price. So my stop loss for the ATR will be 29.32, maybe too high. No, it's correct. 29.32. I will go to Shiba soon. 29.32. So let's just do what we did earlier. We add another entry fake here and we go for 2932 here and we go for 1.5. Not possible. Let's get rid of it. 1.5. Okay. So this is our next to compare data. And we save. We have the trader running. It is earning $10. Now it's losing. You can also stop the trade if you are wanting to earn that money and avoid it. But it's not our game. We are just simulating and researching strategies, indicators, tune up, everything related to that. So first, let's go to SHIB because we have alarm on SHIB and we want to see what is happening effectively. So on our alarms, where is it here? Here we have the SHIB with no entries at the moment, but our alarm was the lagging span crossing below. So it's still not ready because it's not completed the whole cross, but we will prepare. It's another 1 hour. This is the lagging span. It has to go a little bit lower than the clouds. So the alarm was fine. And we have the baseline, which is over the conversion line. The price is under the cloud is red. We have every sign for shorting, but this one. So we can prepare the short here too. Considering the current market situation, it could work, but we will prepare a little bit lower, and maybe it's a 1 hour time frame. So we have to wait 28 minutes for this candle to close. If we want to, we could do a limit order. Very risky because we don't have the correct situation of the real termination or ending of the trade later, because we are not sure about the effective price action, but we will do a risky operation because we are experiencing here, we are trying, and I want you to try whatever. We are not losing money here for real. So why I set this limit now and I will fill up? Because I just need this to go down and possibly retest and then go down again. To me, a retest will be enough to this point, not just by eye, but because it's this week. So it has a logic. No matter you learn this logic now, but generally, if you put a limit down, it will be based on possible Fibonacci retracement, on whatever you want, but also on previous positions. So you can also risk a little bit less and put this on this week, which is good. And it probably will activate on the next candle, not now. So here. Let's set this limit order for, why not, $100. And let's leave it here. We have the order. It's not filled. I did an error. Obvious. Obviously, the limit is for longing, but for shorting, you have to set the stop. So let's see. Now it's filled. I don't want to close. Let's leave this as a mistake, but remember this. Now I will explain again what happened. Let's move this at 1.5. I don't see where it is. What happened is very simple and really easy to deduce. So 1.5. Sometimes these trades are successful, and it's the bad thing because they are not logical. So what happens? When I short, I cannot put a limit order. I have to put a stop order, this one. Because if I put a limit, it will activate immediately because the limit is a upper limit. So if I set a limit here, it will activate immediately on a higher price, while a stop will activate down. This is something to take in mind and consider when you are paper trading and you don't understand why the order filled up while you were just setting up the order down on a short. On a long, the limit is correct. So Shiba is filled. I will add it to our list of candidates to consider. I uh, didn't check the ATR here. No. Let's correctly turn up the resources here. It's about here. Yes, it will be around here. Mhm. Maybe a little bit higher, the stop loss here. And this one we go here in order to have the take profit a little bit lower. Strategy is to avoid doing the take profit earlier, but to move that down now. And finally, setting this in marker here on the next candle, not on the current because the order is not a limit, a stop, but a limit. So we are going this way, shorting SHIB. And now to have another short, I would go to short, why not Bitcoin? Why another short? Because I want to show you how the stop is different from the limit. Just to confirm what I was telling about this is BNB, we will close it. And top brokers I don't need. So let's go for another layout like this one. Let's find another short and we will set a stop order just to confirm what we were mentioning now regarding stop and limit. I'm not so lucky because it's not filling, so I will do another thing. I will change from SHIB here to Matic or BTC. Let's go to BTC. Try to avoid trading BTC directly. I suggest you because it's very unpredictable. Anyway, we will have on 1 hour the short that we need to have. So we will trade this one and we will add Ichimoku is right here and I will set the short position around here on the wick of the other candle. So here, I think it will feel around this level. And I will use the Ichimoku data to set the stop loss on 1 hour and to set the ratio of 1.5. No calculation on the average true range for the moment. I will go to stop and I will go to right click, create not limit. Well, starting create the limit order just to be sure of the price and go to stop. You can see that just switching, this will activate here. I'm quite sure. Not sure like the depth, but quite sure about it. And it was, as I said, you can see that we have a sell stop here. So I have an order that is not triggered right now, but it will activate as soon as the price goes down. So I use the stop for this operation. So when the price of Bitcoin will reach eventually the 49, where I set the order, I don't remember. here is, yes, 49, 43774, it will activate a short. Otherwise, it won't. So I'm not risking. I'm leaving a trade that could be also activated right now because there are the conditions. The cloud is red, the lines are okay, this is pointing down, the price is down, the cloud, everything is compliant. So it could be. But let's leave that this way. Let's save the layout on, this is on Ethereum. And let's close this one. And now it's time to consider that we have 4 trades up and running. 2 are winning, the Acro and Shiba, and are shorts. The short on Bitcoin is not currently filled, so it's not winning. You can see that we have long and shorts. 2 longs are still active. So especially this on ADA was a very interesting entry. We should check for the symbol where we have it. But effectively, we have a good strategy. We had a good strategy on stop loss because we never got triggered from here on the stop loss and take profit. So ADA is interesting. And TRX is a long. It's still a long, a part of the lagging span. But we were on 5 minutes, so we have to go on 5 minutes. Yeah, it's starting to be a short. Anyway, it's not bad. The short on Acro is earning good money. So nice. I think that we have everything here. 4 trades that are going on. The history with 2 losses and fees paid. We could stop for the moment the Ichimoku, considering that we had 6 trades total. We have to wait for 4 to consolidate. We can hope about the shorts to be successful, not just for the long to be successful, but if we manage to stay in the trade with the correct stop loss and recover when the shorts are cancelled and they are going to win on Shiba and Acro, we could have the 4 trades on a win. So at the moment, we stop the Ichimoku trading on paper trading with 6 trades today, and we will go back with another strategy on the next video.